In this video, I will talk about two very important two very important connectives. These are conjunctions and disjunctions. The first is conjunction, which is a connector, and another one is disjunction, that is another connector. So let me write the symbol for conjunction. For conjunction, we use this symbol, and for disjunction we use this symbol. And conjunction mean it is and for disjunction mean it is or. So it is the connector of two statements where the two statements are connected with either with and or with or. Let me just give you one example over here. Suppose we say that, so let me first talk about the conjunction. Suppose we say that today is Friday. Today is Friday. This is one proposition. Either it can be true or it can be false. We talk about that in the previous video. And we say that, and it is raining today. It is raining. It is raining today. And it is raining with this. Since there are two today, so we can write this as follows. So in this case, we can see that there is one proposition which we call it P, and there is another proposition which we call it Q, and there is a connector which is and. So it means that in and, this whole statement, the result of these two statements can be true or false. It depends on the either first statement is true or the second statement is true. So we make a truth table of conjunction. So we are talking about conjunction. So truth table for conjunction. Since there are two statements, so we get 4 rows. This is the formula to know how many rows we are required for any truth table. So here the first column is P, the second column is Q, and from these two statements or propositions we can have P and Q. We want to construct P and Q. If P is true and Q is also true, it means that if today is Friday, this is also true if it is Friday, and it is raining as well. So it means that this whole statement is true as well. Now, the second row. The first statement is true, suppose, and the second statement is false. So it means that if we have a Friday, it is Friday today, but it is not raining, then it means that this whole statement is false. So this will be false. Okay. The next one is, for example, the first statement is false if it is not Friday and still it is raining. The combination of these two statements will also be false. Okay. In and is such thing that should give us correct answer when both are true. Suppose it is not Friday and it is not raining. Since if these two statements are not true, these are false, it means that the resultant statement is also false. So this is a truth table for the conjunction. Okay, sometime there are some keywords that these are used interchangeably. Suppose we have a connector and we have a connector but. These two and is conjunction anyway, but the but is also a conjunction. So we must understand that there are more than one keyword for any statement to be true or any proposition to be true. Now we talk about the disjunction. What is disjunction? Disjunction is the symbol for that is or. Symbol is for we. It is a kind of we, and it is for or. Suppose we write on the website. For example, on the website, if you want to take admission or if you want to take a course to study for your semester, and you find out this statement on the website, the students who have taken calculus or student who have taken calculus or introductory computer science can take this class. Suppose you find out this statement on the website, or the faculty member who is teaching the course gives you this statement. So this is very important that the teacher should understand what is the meaning of this whole sentence or combination of two propositions. The first one is this is one proposition which we call it P, and there is another proposition which we call it Q, and these two are connected with or. The meaning of or is you can take the class, you can take the course or any class when you have taken calculus. This is the basic requirement. Or you have taken computer science. Simultaneously, you don't need to take both calculus and computer science to sit in this class, whatever that class is. So, or is very important. In our daily life, we do not much care about either we talk about are or and, since we don't know the meaning of or and in our daily life. So one has to be very careful about such kind of statements. Okay, so what is the truth table for P and Q? If you have, for example, let me just write truth table for for disjunction disjunction. Since there are two statements, so there should be 4 rows. So P, we have P, then we have Q, and then we have P or Q. From these two statements, we can judge the final product, which is disjunction. If we have, for example, one statement is true, it means that the student have taken calculus. And another statement is also true. The suppose that the student who want to take the course has also studied computer science, then then P or Q will also be true. So this whole statement will be, this whole combination of two statement will also be true. Next, if we have, for example, true, the student have taken calculus, but they did not take the computer science course. So it means that the combination of two statement is also true. Okay, it means that you pass this statement. If you pass this statement, it means that you can sit in the class. True. Next, if we have, for example, the first proposition is false, but the second proposition is true. So it means that you have taken, for example, computer science, but you could not able to sit in calculus course, then we can write this as well, this as true, since there is or in between. So or means that one thing should be true. If you have not taken calculus and you have not taken the computer science, so it means that you cannot sit in the current class, uh, and you get F, which means that the statement is false. So the statement is false. So this was all about disjunction. Okay. But there is one other thing that I will also talk about is the exclusive R. It is very important gate in computer science and in computer programming. So we are talking about exclusive R, or we can call that XOR. The symbol for that XOR is something like that. It is, you make a plus first and then make a circle around that. So this is the exclusive R. So what that means is sometimes you needed such logic gate in computer science, since this is very exclusive. Suppose we have two statements, two propositions, and you want to build P exclusive R Q. If proposition 1 is true and Q is also true, then you get false, since you have built such a logic gate which is false when both are true. Since suppose we have a room, suppose we have a room somewhere, hotel room. There is room 1, there is room 2, and there is a light turn on button on outside, and if you just turn it on, then this should turn on only, not the other one. Otherwise it will waste the energy. Energy will be wasted due to that. So true is false. Similarly, if we have true, one is true, then another one is false, then this statement is true. If we have false, true, then we have true. So one of the proposition should be true. If both propositions are false, then you get false. So it is very exclusive, as the name says, it is very exclusive logic gate where only one statement is true, then the final product is also true, otherwise it is false. So this was exclusive OR. Thank you for watching.